I'm frustrated. Yes. Yes, yes. I'm frustrated. Like, really frustrated. And I have no reason to be. That's a fucking problem. No, for real. Like, I shouldn't be frustrated because, like, everything is going great. Not even like, I mean, of course, like, in comparison to other people who have, like, way more challenges and difficulties than I do in my life, but also in comparison to myself, like, to what was happening like years or even months ago. Like, I'm doing so well. Like, everything is going so great. And still I'm frustrated. So the thing is, I mean, even if I try to get away from that frustration, because I know that I already got like such a good life and I just like want to enjoy it and not like complain about anything. But you can't really escape that, I guess. It's just like part of your life. I mean, it's just like, what? It's fucking yin and yang. Telling you guys. It's what it is. And yeah, so what is it trying to tell me? I mean, so basically, I think frustration is a very kind of productive emotion. And so it has to do with your goals and your basically strategies to achieve those goals or your behaviors to achieve those goals. And they're basically misaligned. This is, I think, what frustration is trying to tell you. So there are two options or like two possibilities what could be wrong. So first of all, maybe your actions are misaligned with your goals. So you're striving for something great, for example, but the actions you're currently doing, the way you're currently behaving in terms of that goals, what are you actually trying to do? What are your uh, daily actions to come to that goals? They are misaligned with these goals in the sense that you are noticing that either you're not really putting in as much energy as you should to achieve those goals, or basically you notice that your strategy is not working. So what you're doing is not getting you closer to that goal. So it's basically a kind of like hint from your emotional part of the emotional part of yourself that you should change your strategy. Wait. I gotta anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That's it. Um, yeah. So the other thing is, it could also be that your goals are unrealistic, for example. So you're striving for goals for that you picked up for some reason, maybe because of like comparison to other people and stuff like that. Or you're trying to compensate something in your mind with these goals, and you're just like noticing that um, your actions are misaligned with your goals, not because you're doing not not enough, but actually because you couldn't really do enough because these goals are just like very unrealistic, especially when you have them in a certain time frame. So you say, okay, I want to achieve this goal by next month, by next year, and you're just like noticing, okay, this is not realistic. Other people who have achieved these goals were working on these goals for years and years. I think like the trap here is to be convinced by frustration that you shouldn't have tried in the first place and this is just like impossible to do and so on. But rather direct that energy into a place where you say, okay, it's not because this is impossible, it's not because I'm not good enough to do that, but I'm frustrated right now because my mind notices that my current strategy doesn't fit, doesn't get me any further. So I have to change the strategy. And that's all it is. And I think if you redirect that energy into that kind of thinking and that kind of thing, then you can just like, make action out of energy. And with that action, things change. And the frustration disappears because you have motion again. Frustration I mean, if you really like feel the feeling of frustration, it's like really you feel stuck, right? You feel stuck. You can't go any further, but you want to go further. It's just like a barrier in your way. So basically, if you allow frustration to show you a way around that barrier, then this is kind of the solution, right? So if you think about it, frustration is actually a very good feeling in the first place, because if you wouldn't feel that feeling of frustration, you maybe would go with the same strategy over and over again and not coming any further, just like being stuck on that obstacle. And frustration can really show you the way around that obstacle, but it has to show you in an emotional way, you know? It has to feel bad, because otherwise you wouldn't do anything about it. It's so fucking funny, isn't it? It's crazy. Crazy shit. Yeah. Like what am I what am I even doing here? I could do things, right? But I'm just like talking to the digital world. Yes. Let's fucking lift some weights.